Give me a break. You've got nothing, try it. So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing. Was ist denn, wenn die Maske abgefallen ist und er dann im Gesicht verletzt wurde und jetzt hat er die Maske wieder auf, deswegen sieht man das nicht. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you say? Hidden? This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound. It's the end of the line, the final stop. Right, let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound? Ja, auf dir selber halt. Weiß nicht, muss ich jetzt ihn auswählen? Ha, I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. Oh, war das falsch? Scheiße. War wohl nicht so gut. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right? Try it. What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You're living on through him. Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. Hatte ich recht. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. Just now, I saw a spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living a pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Mr. Godot. But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me. You yourself? I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But, you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway. What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away. Phoenix. Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick? But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? No, why? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. Huh? I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette. A part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl, but I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. A stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. Mr. Godon. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Thanks. Your wound. It's bleeding. Huh. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Mr. Armando. You would do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant. Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with a body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? For what? For the case 5 years ago. Of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister. You only met twice. Hatte ich aber doch recht. Mit dem, was ich mal... meinte. We only met twice? The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. Next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Duck Swallow was killed. No way, it can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia? I hope one day you can forgive me. Feeny. Shit. You mean... Dann hat es ja doch Sinn ergeben, dass Phoenix am Ende von dem Fall meinte, die im Zeugenstand war total anders als seine Freundin, wie er sie sonst kannte. That's right. I lied to you. For 8 months. Ja, können wir da nicht jetzt da weitermachen, wo wir vor 5 Jahren aufgehört haben? But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why you? My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Oh. Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Iris. After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright. Klicken wir jetzt zusammen. Yeah, I think you're right. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Dude. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. Court is now adjourned. 4:51 Uhr. Oh, schon fast Zeit fürs Abendessen. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand. Of course justice was served. Mia, I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You're as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. But Mia, you've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia, I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, Phoenix. I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things, and along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick. But Maya? I guess it's just like my sis said. Mia? What did she say? That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. but, come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick. Maya, how? How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Yeah. Franziska. Still a softie as always, Phoenix, right? Excellent work, White. Huh, Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Franziska have actually been helping me. Helping you? If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wow, but where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day. Yes, he lay in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. And you too, Franziska. Das ist bestimmt Gumshoe. I don't suppose. Oh, nein, this is Larry. There's room for me in this group hug, is there? Nein, geh bitte weg. Oh, Larry, what's with the, longer than usual face? Are you a horse? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once. That's not true, right, Nick? What? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No. Oh yeah, those portraits you painted, they were actually really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? But me? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance. Do you really mean it? What about you, Franzi? Did I draw you well, too? Well, my beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. There. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. So then you'll do it, like you promised. You're going to model for my next picture book, Franzi's Whippity Wow. Don't get carried away. Franzi's Whippity. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey, Pearlie. Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened. Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. Franziska. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Drugs, you know. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by now is exactly the time? Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Oh, then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya Fey being strong for? Wahrscheinlich Pearls. Pearl Fey? The Poor kid, after all. The reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fae Clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. When in reality, she was supposed to turn into somebody who would murder Maya. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. What a nice picture. But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Faye's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face, huh? She's doing it for Pearl's sake, until she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, so this is where y'all were. Well, looks like we've got quite the bunch here today. Ah! What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. Just a habit. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own. What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me.
Oh, bitte nicht. Wenn der bezahlt, gehen wir bestimmt irgendwo hin, wo es Hundefutter für 50 Cent gibt oder so.
My salary just sort of kind of... Huh? My salary is just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight.
Oh nein, bitte nicht da. Ah, pretty good work, Scruffy. That was your reward. Heißt das, Gumshoe und Franziska fangen jetzt was miteinander an? Und dann geht's im Bett ab mit der Peitsche? Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You, please tell me you don't mean...
Oh, it's très bien. Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal.
Hey, you crybaby.
Hey, you crybaby. You're invited, too.
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya is taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Muss ich mir jetzt Sorgen machen? Muss ich mir jetzt Sorgen machen, Spiel, bitte? Oh, Maya was wrong. Nick, what do I do? Pearlie, I can't find her anywhere. Huh?
Oh, I'll bet she just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls. Nick. Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the...
Ah. Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right? We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearlie have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. Echt? Mir fällt nichts ein. Huh? Here? Hazakura Temple, main gate. Hazakura Temple? For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon. Sister Bikini? I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here? Pearlie is here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Pearlie's not here. Maya, the hanging scroll. Huh. Oh, cool. Someone clean it off. It's gotta be pearls. Mystic Maya! Pearlie, why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it was all my fault, that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came here? It's the least I could do. Pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearlie. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone, but how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Sister Bikini. Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Kurai, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. Your spirit was with her, that's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman. The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. That's... Huh. A photo? Mother. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Huh? Das ist ja... Cooles Foto. Ist das kleine Maya und kleine Mia? Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember, a day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, and that won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back. Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearlie. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but... What is it, Nick? Reservations for training is fine and all. Aber warum 3, ne? But why for 3? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us. Oh. I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Oh Gott. Jetzt will ich erst recht nicht kommen. Huh? It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course now, shall we? Das klingt wie der Anfang von einem furchtbaren Hentai-Doujinshi. Oh Gott. Let's not go there. That's a great idea, after all, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I can say just one little thing. Sagt er wieder Objection, so endete doch Teil 1 und 2 auch. Sure, of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. Well then, here goes nothing. Das war's. Das war dann mal die ursprüngliche Ace Attorney Trilogie.
I really have to work extra hard now. Master of Kurain and the office manager of Wright & Co. law offices, and I have to be a good big sister to Pearlie and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Ja, wäre schön, wenn das mal aufhören würde zu passieren. Danach ging es dann ja weiter mit Apollo Justice. Das war Ace Attorney 4, aber ja, das war nicht so besonders.
So it's true, Mr. Nick really is Mystic Myers.
Oh shit.
He went through with a special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation.
Also Apollo Justice war jetzt nicht total kacke, aber es war irgendwie, fehlte mir was.
Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is just more detective-like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly.
Aber nach Apollo Justice kamen dann Ace Attorney 5 und 6 und die fand ich wieder sehr gut. Die werde ich auch auf jeden Fall im Stream noch spielen.
Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Kurain exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned.
Objection?
Oh.
Die Melodie.
Desi and I started a company called Master Musk Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is cut it out, please.
Pretty cute, huh? Ja, tolles Motto.
Well, we also sell plans to the criminals as a kind of side business.
I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals. Wie bitte? Warum seid ihr noch nicht im Gefängnis?
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tiger, so I lent him $500,000 and a tea set, a special thick tea, one I mixed with my own two hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Win through compromise.
Oh nein, nicht der.
I'm just old and in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper.
Ja, das wollte ich nicht unbedingt wissen. Musik. Noriyuki Iwadare, der hat auch bei Luna und Grandia die Musik gemacht.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elk. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam Mada. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
Warum? Wow.
My, more reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Irish to come back.
Special thanks Masahiro Okamoto und Katsumi Marunaga und Kumiko Suekane.
You've turned into such a respectable man, Feeney. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Das war bestimmt Pearls. Voice. Huh? Phoenix Wright, Ben Groman Judd. Das war wie passend. Miles Edgeworth, Sean, wie King jedenfalls. Mia Fey. Christina Catano. Godot. Beziehungsweise Dingsbums. James C. Wilson. Diego Armando. Und dann wirft er wieder den Kaffee. Franziska von Karma. Janet Sue. Ist ganz cool, dass sie die Stimmen mal hier auflisten. Oh Gott, den hätten sie aber. Winston Payne ist David Crislip. Den hätten sie weglassen können. Nein, Quatsch, man muss ja auch jedem Credit geben. Oh nein, nein, nein.
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one's here to greet me. I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper body quit, and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What with all the flashing lights and switches, I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I going to do with all these macadamia nuts I brought back for everyone? And bring them over to Edgy Point? No, exactly what you say. The inside really could accept these, I'm afraid. Something that's painful with the fragile heart. Oh, when will I ever find someone who will treat me like a fine lady?
Producer Atsushi Inaba. Oh, nicht du schon wieder. I finally found something I love to do. Francie's whippity whip trick. It's gone through the art world. I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial, I'm an artist. Hey, das ist eine Beleidigung. Really good portrait artist, I'm not a loser after all. Executive Producer Shinji Mikami. Francie's whippity whip trick. Oh, cooles Bild. Schönes Bild. Ja, das war nämlich auch ursprünglich dann eben der Abschluss der Reihe. Also der Typ, der sich Ace Attorney ausgedacht hat, hatte von Anfang an, soweit ich weiß, 3 Teile geplant. Und das sollte dann hier der Abschluss für Phoenix Wright sein. Und dann wollte er mit Apollo Justice halt einen neuen Charakter einführen. Der kam aber nicht so gut an. Der kommt, aber Apollo Justice kommt in den anderen 2 Teilen aber auch vor. Und da finde ich ihn auch, wird er auch noch richtig gut gemacht. Aber Apollo Justice selber, irgendwie fehlte mir was. Es hat auch ein bisschen was damit zu tun, was mit Phoenix in dem Spiel ist. Aber das werde ich dann, wie gesagt, also mein Plan ist, dass ich Apollo Justice nicht im Stream spiele, sondern grob zusammenfasse, worum es da ging und wer da so vorkam an wichtigen Leuten, die dann später in Teil 5 und 6 auch vorkommen. Damit wir dann mit 5 und 6 weitermachen können, weil die fand ich, wie gesagt, richtig gut. Und es wäre schade, wenn wir die, wenn wir die auslassen würden. Die müssen wir unbedingt spielen. Aber gut, das wär's dann mit der Trilogie. Und jetzt ist es auch schon spät, also sage ich jetzt auch nicht mehr viel, sondern sage nur noch gute Nacht. Und nächsten Montag gibt es dann Silent Hill 2. Bis dann.